TNN Trap News Network. You feel me? Rich Trapper. The homie wanted you to whitelist his shit too.
Who?
Rich Trapper.
Rich Trapper?
He be reacting to your shit.
Courtroom in Van Nuys, where the Menendez brothers have been seeking a resentencing. A judge has ruled that they can, in fact, be resentenced. Let's go to Josh Haskell with the latest. You've been there, Josh. What do we know?
Well, a big step towards freedom for the Menendez brothers, but it will still be some time. Is of course a complicated process. This is what we know. The judge resentenced the Menendez brothers to 50 years to life. Their original sentence was life in prison without parole. This will make the Menendez brothers now eligible for parole, but let me stress, at some point. We're told that it will be a long parole process for many months, could even take years. Now it falls, of course, to the parole board, and then Governor Newsom can make a decision regarding what the parole board puts forward. But this is definitely a monumental day in this case. The resentencing hearing, Mark and Giovanna, was supposed to last 2 days. It only lasted 1 day. It is now over. The Menendez brothers have been resentenced. We know that the defense called 5 witnesses. Then they gave their closing arguments, and then we know that the Menendez brothers, from a prison where they're being held in San Diego via Zoom, they gave their statements. We know that Lyle spoke first. We're told that it was extremely emotional. Then Erik spoke, and then the judge released his decision. So that's what's happening right now. No one has actually come out of the courtroom yet. This is all coming from our team inside. I want to just pan to the side really quick. There is a podium set up over there, Mark and Giovanna, where we do expect to hear from Mark Garagos. He's the lawyer from the Menendez brothers. You can just see that there is a large amount, of course, of media here waiting for those remarks. We also are waiting to see whether any of those family members of Erik and Lyle Menendez, who've been waiting for movement in this case for so long, whether they will respond. I'll send.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Greedy Boy Nero, aka Trap Nero the Don, man. We got another interesting topic for y'all today, man. Today we gonna be going over the trial of the Erik and Lyle Menendez, man, the Menendez brothers, man. It seems they got their sentence kind of restructured to give them a chance at coming home, man. Now, if you're not too familiar with the case, in 1989, brothers Lyle and Erik Menendez killed their parents by shooting them multiple times at close range at their mansion in Beverly Hills. They were found guilty of first-degree conspiracy to commit in 1996 and sentenced to the life of imprisonment without the possibility of parole. But on Tuesday, a judge reduced their sentence, making them eligible for parole. Yeah, man, so if you're not familiar with the Menendez brothers, in 1989, man, they killed their mom and dad with a shotgun by shooting them 6 times. Their father was a 45-year-old Hollywood executive. He was shot 6 times by the brothers, a shotgun they had purchased a few days before the attacks. So not a very smart crime, but a very passionate crime, as you can see by the gravity and the depth of the injuries to both parents. Their mother died after suffering 10 shotgun blasts to several parts of her body. So it seems if they were having problems with both parents. I know there's a Netflix special about the whole situation. Now, we all know in news and media and stuff like that, you can't really pay attention to movies and reinterpretation of situations that happen in real life because it doesn't always include the real information. It's sometimes blown out of proportion for entertainment aspect. So you can't go too based off the Netflix special. I would recommend looking up the actual court case and reading through the court case. Because if you weren't aware, they had a case in the 90s. I want to say it was about 1993. Okay. They were taken into custody in 1990 and 1993, where they were tried for the blanks, for first individually and then with one jury for each brother. So why did they murk them? We're going to go over that right now. The brothers claimed they committed the murders in self-defense after years of physical, psychological, and emotional abuse. Although no molestation was ever proven in court, they said they feared their father would kill them after they threatened to expose him. However, prosecutors argued that young men had killed their successful parents and inherited their multi-million-dollar estate. Which everybody thought at the time, honestly, because at the time I believe it was Erik. Erik was a soccer star overseas. And Lyle was still in the United States, but they were both spending crazy amounts of money after these blanks. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, crazy amounts of money. It's like they just murked their parents, took their money, and went on a shopping spree like they just got a life insurance policy. When in actuality, they just murked their parents for it, bro. Now, it does say they suffer from some abuse as children, but man, you gotta. But you do have to keep in mind and read this all with a grain of salt, man, because we honestly don't know what anybody was thinking or what was going on in any of these situations. We don't know what anybody was thinking. We weren't there. We just read what we could see. The brothers were taken into custody in 1990 and 1993. They were each tried for the murders. However, both juries were deadlocked in 1994, resulting in a mistrial, and the pair were later tried again in 1995. During their joint trial, their judge excluded apparent evidence of abuse from their defense case. Tape sessions with a doctor in which the killings were discussed were ruled admissible in court by judge. The jury found them guilty, and the pair were convicted of first-degree M in 1996. The brothers, who were separated during their detention after a detective who investigated the slaying said they conspired to escape and house together, reunited in jail in 2018. So, initially they were sentenced to life without parole. But recently, a judge reduced their sentence to 50 years and granted them a chance at parole, man. So, that's some good news for the brothers. It looked like they do have a chance at coming home after being locked up for the past 35 years. Super long time, man. Super, super long time. Especially if you were getting abused by your parents and ended up lashing out one day, man. It's ridiculous. Last year, the previous district attorney of Los Angeles, George Gascon, requested a change to the brothers' sentence from life without the possibility of parole to 50 years to life. The hearing was put to Los Angeles County Superior Judge Michael Jasek on Tuesday, who resentenced the brothers. I do believe they've done enough in the past 35 years that they should get that chance, he said, concluding a day-long hearing. Menendez sentences reduced, giving them a chance of freedom. The California brothers are eligible for parole. The California's youth offender law, which allows individuals who committed crimes before the age of 26 to receive a reduced sentence. Their siblings were aged 18 and 21 at the time. They are now aged 54 and 57. Yeah, man, so it's not 100% guaranteed, but a chance is better than nothing, man. The Menendez brothers got a chance of coming back home, man, making everything right, man. It's a step in the right direction. It won't happen overnight, but it's a step in the right direction, man.
TNN Trap News Network. You feel me? Rich Trapper. The homie wanted you to whitelist his shit, too.
Who?
Rich Trapper.
Rich Trapper?
He be reacting to your shit.